Well, good Monday morning, everybody. When you get here, put a 1 in the comments if you're watching me live. Put a 2 if you're watching the recorded version. We're going to get to a lot of stuff today. I'll tell you, there's a lot to talk about. Just came off the Super Bowl. Did you guys know that they're saying there was 60% more call-ins the day after the Super Bowl than normal? That's why they should just do it that's why they should just do this on a day. Either move it to Saturday or put it right next to President's Day. So you just assume you have that day off. But I've got a lot to talk about today because I'm actually going to have a rant. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. But first, in local news, let me tell you this. I don't know if you guys saw this post circulating around. I'll tell you this. Let me just put this disclaimer out there, because I don't even know if I haven't been able to verify all the details that this lady put out in this post. But what I have been able to know as facts is that this guy was arrested and charged with sexual abuse, okay, for whoever, and so I do know that, and I just think it would be within our rights to be aware of this, that this guy's out roaming around. Okay, anybody with accusations like this, you need to know what's happening. So let me just read you the post. PSA, Lumberton and Coons, this person is back in the community, so please be aware and stay vigilant. This person has sexually abused and assaulted multiple female minors for years. This person has been enabled by his family, I would know, check that last name, and those around him, including past Hardin County. See, I'm not getting into the weeds of that. I don't know any of that. I'm just saying this is a post that's circulating. I haven't been able to verify why or why not he's still in jail or not, but I do know that he was arrested for sexual abuse of a child. And so there's that. But people keep tagging me in this post. That's the only reason why I am bringing it up here, because, you know, it's one of those things that when I'm tagged in something like this, I can't verify rumors or somebody's opinions about somebody, okay? Because I don't know if it's from a vindictive standpoint. I can verify that, yes, he was arrested for that, for sexually abusing a child. That's what I know. So keep that in mind. There's that post circulating. And I appreciate when people tag me in these things, but I don't know that. I can't verify all that other information. Does that make sense to you guys? So with that being said, just be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. I mean, I know what you're thinking. I do. It's one of those things that a lot of people are talking about. So just wanted to bring that up, and bear with me while I'm getting a message here. Okay, so but moving on, let's move on to something else, some local weather. This is By the Hour by Chad Sanwall, 7 a.m., which we're already past that. But if you look, 10 a.m. is starting to see a little break here. You know, 64, 67. That's my preferred temperature, between 61 and 64. That's where I like it. I don't know about you guys. But here it is for the week. As you see, starting this evening, Tuesdays, 80% coverage. Wednesday, 70% coverage. Thursday, 20%. Now, what you have to look at, which is going to bring us cooler temperatures, so I'm cool with it. But what you have to keep in mind, if you are playing soccer and you have practices scheduled, you may want to keep an eye on those group meets, okay, or those group chats, whatever part it is, because some fields may be closed by Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday. So keep that in mind. And then we kind of get a break on Friday, and then Saturday it returns. But look at those temperatures on Sunday, 55 to 35 degrees. Hey, I'm all about that. That's the kind of temperatures I like. I prefer cooler weather. So when you get here, say hi. Let me know what city you're watching from. and we will definitely keep you in the loop. So we'll say hi back. But okay, so Super Bowl, on the way to Super Bowl, Trump signs an executive order making the Gulf of America official while flying over it to go to the Super Bowl. How about that? Jeez, do you guys agree with the name change? A lot of people are asking, well, why do you have to go over the? I don't know. I don't know how that all works. Maybe they just did it so he could say he was doing it. Why he was on the way to the Super Bowl? I don't know, but it's done now. The maps reflect it. It says the Gulf of America, so I know he's planning on. I don't know if he's planning on making that like I think he said February 9th will be National Gulf of America Day. That's actually what he said. So we'll see. But while he was at the Super Bowl, I don't know if you guys were watching, but when they showed him, they only showed him for like 5 seconds. But it was during the national anthem when he was saluting, like you see in the picture there. And the crowd in the stadium went wild. I mean, they went, I think it's Caesar Stadium, went wild in New Orleans. They went crazy. Contrast to that, when they showed Taylor Swift on the Jumbotron, I guess there wasn't many Swifties in the building because they booed. I don't think she knew how to react to that. I know she turned to her friend and said something, but I don't know what it was. I think that was something new for her. She's not used to that. And yes, I know I put in the headline rant, and I'll tell you what my rant was about. It wasn't about Trump. It wasn't about Taylor Swift. It wasn't even about the Eagles in the Kansas City game, because that's not really the talk. The talk is about this halftime performance. And here's my rant about the halftime performance. If you loved it, put a heart in the comments. If you hated it, put a little angry face, okay? But let me tell you what. Good morning, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us. But let me tell you what my issue was with this, okay? This is my issue. The issue is people can get on there and say, because you express you did not like something, they're immediately going to call you racist, hateful, prejudiced, all because you didn't like the show. Here's the thing. Here's my rant. You have the right to not like anything, despite the color, the genre, whatever. You can have a preference on music, genre, entertainment. Okay? You can have that, and you shouldn't be called a racist or just full of hate or prejudice because you didn't like that halftime show. That halftime show sucked. It should have never happened. A halftime show, especially at a Super Bowl halftime, needs to be somebody that everybody knows. They can sing along with all the songs. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of it, is to have a good time. Nobody there knew what this dude was saying. I knew a couple of his songs because I listened to him, okay? And even I disagree with him being the pick. Now, if they would have picked Drake, that's fine. Last couple of years, Alicia Keys, awesome. When they had like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube come out, that was awesome. Everybody knows those songs. Everybody could sing along and be with their friends, and like it was all cool. This was not. Even people that knew that I was with, they still didn't know what he was going to say. They didn't know the song. They knew one. The same song that everybody knows that went mainstream. Other than that, nobody knew. And that's not how you pick entertainment for a show that big or that caliber. Okay? You don't pick things that people don't know. Okay? And that's why people didn't like it. They didn't like it because of this guy specifically, or the color of his skin, or anything else. No. And for people to get on there and be like, Well, let me explain it. You don't have to break it down. Well, this is why he did this, and this is why he did that, because he had a beef with Dre, and he had people dressed like this because of that. You don't have to sit there and explain it. The halftime show sucked, and it never should have to be explained. It should be about fun. It should be about singing along. That's what we're doing there. We're being entertained. That's why we're there watching a game, whether on TV or in the stands. People, you don't have to come out in defense about it. It was a bad move. And because people didn't like it, that doesn't mean they were a racist. That doesn't mean that they're prejudiced. That doesn't mean anything else. That means the halftime show sucked. That's the bottom line. Okay? It wasn't about anything else that you're trying to make it. You're starting to sound like extreme Republicans, the way they throw out rhinos, or extreme liberals, the way they throw out race, hate. Okay? That's the only thing those two sides know how to do. When you disagree with something, you are entitled to like or not like anything that you want. And that doesn't make you prejudiced. That doesn't make you racist. That doesn't mean you're full of hate. Okay? That just means it sucked. And sometimes things just suck. Like that halftime show. It did. It sucked. Now, you can disagree with me all you want to. That's your prerogative. But that show sucked. I'm just... There's no two ways about it. There's no way to get around it. The world has spoken. You guys don't even want to know what Charles thought about that show. The things that he said off camera, and he asked me to tell you. And I don't know. It was profanity. Just to be quite frank, he used profanity, 4-letter words about it. We're working on it. I'm disciplining him. I'm trying to get him. I slap him sometimes, when he says bad words like that. Yeah, he let out a rant you don't even want to know about it. And I told him, he asked me to tell you guys what he thought about it. And I couldn't bring myself to do it because this is a G-rated show, ladies and gentlemen. And I know I've covered a lot here today, but good morning, Sonia from Orangefield. Speaking of Orangefield, did you guys see where there was a young kid, a young child who almost drowned? I know they were doing CPR and they were having issues with, there was a drone flying in the area, and so people could not get to him. That was in Orangefield, and a friend of mine, Hannah, she sent it to me, and I was just like, wow, that's crazy, but glad. I think he's okay, so that's good. I know we were sending out prayers for him. But anyways, so that was, if you're just joining me, I just did a whole rant. You can go back and watch the replay about the halftime show, and you guys can agree or disagree with me. That's up to you. But, I thought it was a little much. But enjoy the rest of your day. That was my coffee and convo for this morning. Sorry, I don't usually get like that. But I am tired of seeing people get on social media and call you a racist or prejudiced or you're full of hate because you did not care for a show. I made a joke. I put out a memes last night that I created, that I made, and it said, tomorrow, which means today, Trump is going to sign an executive order putting Elon Musk in charge of the Super Bowl halftime entertainment. A joke. It was supposed to be funny. And I got messages about being prejudiced and full of hate and a racist. And again, I'm allowed to like or dislike any type of music, genre, anything I want to, without being any of those things. And so are you, ladies and gentlemen. You have that right. And again, next time, do better, Super Bowl entertainment director. Okay, whoever you are. Get somebody that everybody knows that they can sing along with. Bring back Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Biggie. There's AI now, okay? We can have those two people battle it out on stage with the hologram stuff, okay? With AI and all that stuff. Get Tupac and Big E up there. Do some of their songs, okay? Everybody would love it. The crowd would go wild, and nobody would have to be called a racist or prejudice about it, you know? So try that. There you go. I just gave you $1 million idea, and it wouldn't cost you anything except for some AI people. Okay, Chat GPT. You would save a lot of money on the stage, all that stuff. Workers, cleanup. I'm telling you. Well, you may want to bring some dancers on the stands, maybe a band and make it look like they're doing something. DJ. Other than that, that's what I would do if I was running the show. But that's just me. Oh, that's his mad look. He's mad because I didn't tell you what he said off camera. But I'll get to that later, okay? I promise. I know, Charles. I know. I told you I would, but not today. Today we're trying to have a good day. We're having a good day today. So anyways, thanks for joining me for Coffee and Convo this morning. I know it was a little different, but let me know how you liked it in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Put a 1 if you're watching live. Put a 2 if you're watching the recorded version. Good morning, Kayla. You're more than welcome to come on. I'll try to send you a message and get that set up to promote your event. I think it's the Revival event. Is it 420 Revival or something like that? I'm probably butchering that, but that's why you're going to come on and talk about it, not me. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Sorry, I went off on this Monday. I know, but it was something I had to do. I'm tired of getting messages and comments like that. Just am. But have a good day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. If not, hey, if there's breaking news, we'll break in. We'll send it to you on the Brooks Report Live. So make sure you're following that. Head over on to that page. And I'll be here doing nonchalant shenanigans. So if you need something, let me know. Send a message if you hear or see something that doesn't sound or look right. Let me know about that too. We'll talk to you soon.